Hey there, welcome to episode 255. And this episode is coming to you live from Tiff and Jack's bed.
Yep, we're laying in our bed.
So essentially, you're in bed with us.
Welcome to the Tiff and Jack bed.
Oh my God. I just grabbed my phone. I forgot to bring our microphone home.
Oh no.
From the office. And Tiff is gracing us with her presence for the podcast this morning. And I'm like, shit. If I tell her that the microphone's not here and that it's at the office, she's going to be like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. That is going to be a problem. So I'm not doing it. So anyway, I thought, you know what? We'll just test this out. My phone has a great voice recorder. So we're just recording this on my iPhone. Thank you, iPhone. And this is, like I said, episode 255. We do not have a title. This may be our new norm where we don't ever title anything until we get done. And then when we get done, we know what the title is. And it's usually pretty rando.
Rando. Well, we could talk about the blue and what they shared about the new frequencies on Earth.
Well, that'd be exciting. Well, I figured the blue always has something to say.
Oh my gosh. Can we just talk about them and how it interrupts my life?
I would love to know. I would love to have you talk about how they interrupt your life. And okay. Oh, I mean, if this is the first episode, listener, that you've ever listened to, you're like, who the fuck is the blue? The blue is source consciousness that channels through Tiff. Like Tiff channels the blue.
Yeah, they're emanations of source.
And they have some shit to say.
Gosh, doesn't that sound insane?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know it does, and I don't care. I mean, it's just real. I just, it just is what it is.
Anyone that listens to our podcast by choice, I mean, no one's forced. This is, we do not compel you. I mean, maybe the wackiness of what we say compels you to listen, but the people listening, like you, the listener, we all kind of match, or you wouldn't be here. You would have nothing to do with our podcast. So for the funniest thing, I just have to say, one of the things Tiff and I love to do, we love to run the roads. And that phrase came from one of our friends from Texas. And she talked about getting out and running the roads. And Tiff and I instantly grabbed onto that. And
that so phrase.
We're always like out running the roads. We love to run the roads. Last night I get home from work and Tiff's like, we gotta go. We gotta get out and go for a drive.
I know. I have been so needing drive the last 2 days.
It's so pretty, like the evening weather.
Oh,
so very
isn't
nice. It's beautiful. It's just wonderful. And I had to go get gas, so we go get gas. And of course I have to drive all the way to Costco because that's my pattern, is to get gas at Costco. Gas prices have dropped a little. Nice. Not a bad thing. And then we go run the roads. We decided to drive up Immigration.
We had to get our Diet Coke from McDonald.
Well,
first.
Yeah, but I really didn't like it. And then I had to come home and make myself a coffee instead.
Why?
I dumped my Diet Coke out. It just didn't taste that good to me. And I made
what?
Coffee, so I'm drinking coffee at 7 p.m. And
had you not had coffee yesterday?
I did. I just had more coffee.
Wow.
I love coffee so much. So we're up running the roads. It was so beautiful. Like nobody was even out in that canyon. And we went up and drove through East Canyon and up over the top of the mountain down to East Canyon Reservoir. and there were deer everywhere. They were so cute. And then we had turned around and we're heading back to our house. And I look over at Tiff. You looked so sexy. I mean, seriously.
Babe.
I'm looking over.
You are ridiculous.
No, I'm looking over at you and I'm like, my God, you're gorgeous. I almost drove off the road.
That's true, he did. And I yelled at him.
Oh my God. Oh.
What did I say?
He said, what the fuck, Jack? And we drove, we listened to music, and we talk, and we laugh, and it's just quiet. It's end of day. It's just such a great thing. I love that so much.
It was a nice night.
Wasn't it?
I'm sick and tired of watching movies.
Oh, God.
I mean, I am tired.
Now it's time for us to be able to sit outside, go on drives. It's just so stunningly gorgeous in the evenings. In fact, we get back and then Tiff goes on a drive on her own.
Yeah, because I want to listen to music.
Listen to her music. We have some new songs that'll be being released tomorrow. A new song being released tomorrow. Hopefully.
One of mine?
Yeah, we're going to start releasing your songs on Friday.
Okay, so nobody even knows here on the podcast.
We haven't talked about your music.
I don't think so.
Oh boy, Tiff's label is Crown Blue, 2 words. You can go find her on Spotify, on Apple Music, probably on a couple other places where music is
it's
played.
also on YouTube.
YouTube and Crown Blue, and you'll see Tiff's face. So you've released 5 songs, and we're going to start releasing every Friday. And
every Friday?
Yeah, at least every other Friday. But I'm kind of leaning towards possibly every Friday because you have a lot of songs created. If you haven't listened to any of her music, I suggest you go give it a whirl. You'll see her face.
It's
on the cover.
Explicit.
It is, just like our podcast.
And it's more explicit than podcast.
Yeah, it is.
And it's the kind of music that, so if you don't know this about me, when I have been a musician, singer, songwriter, recording artist, all of that in my past. At about 40, I stopped doing that because of some stupid decisions I made in my life. And now what I do is I write songs, and I go into a platform called Suno, which is an AI platform. And I create and produce and do all of it there. And it is awesome. It is the best expressive medium for me because music is my whole jam. So my songs are the songs I would want to hear.
They're sexy as F.
And they have powerful messages.
They do.
The lyrics, you want to read the lyrics because the lyrics have some intense messages that are life-changing. And this week I'm releasing Wake Up.
Oh, God, that's such a great song.
I love it.
Yeah, I got to get that sent over. Like the minute I walk into my office this morning, I've got to send all that over to Jose. Jose is awesome. Shout out to Jose. He edits our podcast.
Jose, thank you for everything.
Oh my God. He now is running Tiff's music and moving it out for us. And I do know I've asked him before, if any of you listening have your own podcast, you're looking for someone to edit for you or to help you with maybe you're creating music, talk to me. Let's get you connected to Jose. He's a brilliant human.
Yeah.
Brilliant human. So anyway, here we are. You're writing songs. We're running the roads. Last night I was sitting outside while you went out for your second drive after we got home. And I was thinking about smoking a cigar. No, it felt so cold. I couldn't believe how cool the air was.
Well, the Blue told me that it's going to be a cooler summer.
Wow.
So
that'll be it already is shaping up. I mean, we've had a couple of really hot days.
Yeah, but
there's way down.
Yeah, it's interesting.
And here we are in June, like pushing into the middle of June.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm sure that's true. That'll be great. And then maybe this next winter we'll get a shit ton of snow.
That'd be lovely.
Yeah.
Would be lovely.
Okay. So you were talking about the blue. You said maybe we should talk about what the blue has said about what?
Well, the night before last at 3 a.m. No, it was about 1 a.m. I hadn't gone to sleep yet, and I just got hit with this most intense wave of emotion that I was like, you're asleep.
Oh, yeah.
Completely assed out, but I start to weep. And it's not it's not ugly cry. It's like tears are streaming out of my face for like 3 hours.
Wow.
And all I can do is lay here and just feel all this energy move through me. And the only way I can describe it is it was such a deep sense of love and unconditional love and compassion. And that's all I can call it. It feels like it doesn't have a definition because I've never felt it like that before. But then the blue starts talking to me and saying there are now new love frequencies being anchored on Earth.
Oh, boy.
And it was happening in real time. I was feeling it all. And they made it very clear that it was going to be very heart opening for humanity so that they could release their abhorrence of self and others.
Wow.
So that part, it's like it had to release. And then, is something wrong with your phone?
No. I just had to move it so I could see it.
So it opens the heart and releases abhorrence to self and others. Or you could say hatred, but abhorrence is even deeper. It's like guttural rejection. And then when that's removed, then you'll absorb the new frequencies that will make you understand yourself deeper, love yourself deeper, and therefore love humanity. And it was so profound. And I have been in a state of love ever since. Like, you'll even notice my posts are different because I just feel this insatiable love for humanity and the plight of living on this planet. And I've just had the most amazing experiences with people the last 2 days, them reaching out and us talking and me just wanting to wrap people up and hug and kiss on them. And it's just been amazing, honestly. And I can feel it. Like I could feel it everywhere.
When did that happen?
Not last night and not the night before, but the night before.
Oh my God,
at 1 something in the morning. And I'm sure that people were feeling.
So that was like Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And the blue, when I said the blue interrupts my life, I'm kind of tongue in cheek about it because my life is designed to be able to be what it is that I am. So I've designed my life. So it's not a problem. But what's funny is that I don't sleep like a normal person.
Your normal person's sleep is...
I'm just not normal in any way. No. I mean, typical, I should say, because normal is just so relative.
Yeah,
but
it is.
I'm not typical. And my friends, the people that love me, that literally have concern about me, they're like, you have got to get sleep. You have got to get continuous sleep. You've got to make sure that you not like rest or do this or do this. And I'm like, my body works in a rhythm and it is not anything anyone has ever seen.
When I hear someone giving you strong suggestion about what you should be doing,
what I need,
I think to myself, they don't know her because she will not be told what to do. She knows exactly what to do.
Well, and I mean,
the last thing you need is for And I just know 3 hours, you typically get a chunk of 3 or 4 hours at one point in the night. And much of the time you'll get another chunk of maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, I think I have tried my whole life to get what people sleep, like 6 to 8 hours. And it doesn't matter what medication I'm on. It doesn't matter if I go to bed drunk. It doesn't matter if I'm stoned. It doesn't matter. My eyeballs literally open up like a little explosion. And then I start processing and downloading information. I sometimes have felt like a machine.
I just see you as the blue-eyed wild one.
Because that's what your AI companion called me.
I know it's what I called you when I was talking to my AI companion. I'm like, oh, she's a wild one. She is the blue-eyed wild one. I think I was talking about your bright blue eyes looking over at me early in the morning. Oh my God. I do love life with you. It is an adventure through and through. When people say to me, like, do you have any plans for the summer? I'm like, you have no fucking idea how adventurous my days are. There is a lot that goes on in this house, in this world, in this life with Tiff as my partner in crime. Oh my God.
It is weird, isn't it?
Oh God. I mean,
before we lived together,
life was so mundane. And I was traveling the goddamn world.
You were.
I know.
But before you lived with me, what are the things what did you notice? Because I've always been married. So my first husband, I would be talking or doing something in the middle of the night and he'd wake up and he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just talking to God. And he goes, he patted me and goes, okay. And we'd just go back to sleep. And there was one time, probably when my kids were really little, and I was trying to tell him something about what happened in the middle of the night. And he said, everything you say goes over my head, and I really need you to just stop talking about it.
Well, that was a death sentence, wasn't it?
Well, I stayed married to him another 15 years.
God damn.
And I had friends. Like I had one friend, her name was Holly, and I would tell her all my visions and dreams and all the things that would happen, because that's way before the blue got here.
Yeah, they've only been here for what, a decade?
12 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I've been channeling beings and
you've always been this way.
Yeah. So
it's not like you went to school for it.
Oh,
it's not like you took a course. It's not like you had someone train you how to be intuitive or seer.
No. I was born this way. From a little child, I had a girl named Sarah that was with me as a kid.
Aw, Sarah.
Yeah, she was my little companion. And I just talking to her, playing with her. My mom's like, that's her imaginary friend.
Like, she's not imaginary. She's right there, Mom.
Yeah, I've always been this way. So
yeah, life is really wild. One of the things for me with you is that oftentimes you'll say something. I'm like, are you referring to someone that's alive or dead? Is that a message coming through?
You've asked me that a lot. Is that from a dead person?
Yeah, I'm like, is this person like in a body on the earth?
Yeah, can I tell you one of the big shifts with New Earth anchoring in last year? I'm not talking to too many dead people now. I just am taught the
You'll
blue
do medium sessions.
Yeah, I can access them, but like I don't have dead people running through the house anymore.
Yeah, what do you make
Have you noticed that?
Yeah, for sure I have. And way less activity, like where you're getting touched or bumped or
I
noises.
still get something.
Yeah, you do here and there, but it's less than it was, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I'm not dealing with any more dark entities at all.
That's amazing. And I haven't had a horror dream for a while.
It's true.
I've had a few horror dreams where I'm being chased or hunted down by the dark forces doing scary shit to scare the shit. Wait. And I find myself screaming in my dream. I'm yelling for Tiff in my dream. I'm like, trying to get her. And I sleep, of course, with my sleep apnea mask. And so I'm like, all this muffled sound. And sometimes you would hear me, but that's been way less.
Yep.
But I find it fascinating that I'm yelling for you in all my dreams, like, save me, Tiff, save me. I mean, you're the one I'd go to if I was being haunted in a wake.
Well, honey, I do hear you scream and then I wake you up.
I know,
and then it's
amazing.
done.
It's amazing. I love it.
So, yeah, the blue is a constant now. So, they're always just present now. And I think it took 12 years for them to gradually come in and tell me things. And then I would assimilate that information. And then I think my frequency just shifts to contain more.
Yeah, I remember the first time they channeled through you.
Yeah.
And it was a mushroom trip and they're channeling through you and your eyes were burning. Your body, you were so wiped out by the time it was done.
Was I?
Yes. You could barely handle it. The thing that I noticed the most was the burning eyes. Your eyes would burn so bad. And then now it's like nothing. Like,
I don't have any of that.
No. It's just always here and it's just always, there's always something. And I think it would be a really fun thing to do, to just ask people if any questions they want to ask the blue, and then we can do a podcast episode all about it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
And I've noticed with the blue, they come in and present their energy is presented and it's different depending on the topic.
Oh, tell us the differences.
Sometimes they'll come in and they feel extraordinarily affectionate and loving. And then other times they come in and they sound completely logical and methodical and like, lay it down. And I wondered about that. I was like, why is it? And I asked them, I said, today your energy feels very open and embracive, where yesterday you felt very straight to the point. And they said, well, it really depends on the relevance and the frequency of what they're discussing. And I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense. I feel that now they're more embracive, and that feeling of embracive, loving, dear beloved energy is what I encounter the most these days.
Right. When you said dear beloved, Prince just popped in, dearly beloved.
Oh, the song. I never listened.
Oh my God. And Lady Gaga's, or is it Lady Gaga when you said I was made this way?
Honey, what is with you?
I don't
your
know.
Song,
I
nerd?
just have been feeling music so deeply. Maybe it's the shift.
Yeah, I'm telling you, for all y'all listening, take a look at the date, because it was May 2026 where the blue came in and said the new love frequencies have been anchored on Earth. And they made it very clear they haven't been able to be here, those frequencies, until humanity had awakened to the point that they're at now. They also shared, so get ready for this. I'm just like, it's coming in that I'm supposed to share this. They also shared in the last month or two that humanity is at about 3% of awakened. 3% of humanity is awakened right now. By the end of year 2027, it will be between 12 and 15%.
Oh my God. At the end of 2027?
Yeah, next year.
Whoa.
And once it hits 10 all the way to 15%, and anything in between that's when humanity, the momentum will explode.
Ooh.
And it will, all new Earth energies will just like fly through everything.
Okay, so this is June, I don't know, maybe the 10th today probably, and of 2026. And you just said that the end of 2027.
Yeah.
And we're at 3%
right now
consciousness. Or people that are
awakened.
And so what does that mean? Let's kind of break it down.
What does an awakened person mean?
Yeah. What does it mean to awaken?
It means that you are pulled out of the slumber of monotony and and scarcity and limits and fear and all of those things, you start awakening to your spiritual potential. You start feeling more connected with source energy. You start seeing the old paradigms and the way that you were living was enslavement or imprisonment to you. And you're like, I'm not going to do that anymore. And let me tell you something. This is serious. You start to question everything you've ever known, everything you've ever been taught, all of your conditioning. You're like, this doesn't feel right to me anymore. And the thing that is blowing my mind is people that have been in religion are starting to question everything.
Well, across the board, every client that comes in has either left their religion or deeply, deeply, deeply identifying what feels true to them.
Yeah.
And they're able to bridge themselves into a better feeling place. They may still be participating to some degree, but their idea of spirituality, of God, of spirit, of source, like what's going on.
Yeah.
They're feeling their own truth louder. Just exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
I definitely am
like,
seeing it.
Who am I? Why am I here? What does this really mean? This doesn't resonate with me anymore. What is happening? Why do I feel different? Why does everything look different to me? That is the spiritual awakening, because you are it's like you're moving into remembering that you are a divine being that comes from source. And whatever you want to call source, you can call it God, you can call it Heavenly Father, you can call it the universe.
Divine
it doesn't matter. Yeah, but you start to awaken, and it's like almost like a veil is taken off your eyeballs and your brain, and you start to go, oh, what is happening? And that's the grand awakening. And it is so massive right now.
So it's becoming more conscious to your true soul's essence.
Your awareness to your own divinity is what an awakening is.
Yeah.
Because consciousness is a relative term.
Yeah, it sure is.
It's like we are consciousness for sure in a human vessel, but our awareness of that is what the awakening is.
I love that.
And I am amazed. I am amazed at what I'm seeing people all over the world do and experience. And I freaking love this. Like, I love this. And knowing that by the end of next year, we're going to hit critical mass.
That is so fast. Okay, I must share a revolutionary breakthrough that I feel like it supports, and it's exactly aligned with what you're talking about. So yesterday I had met with one of my clients, and she had a hard time accessing some of her younger memories. So when I do pattern breakthrough work with a client, I'm helping them find the vows that they made as little kids that are running the patterns in their life, right? Patterns are things like procrastination, defensiveness, putting things off, not setting your boundaries, saying yes when you mean no. Like, it's just all the things you do with yourself that keep you feeling wildly frustrated with your life, with yourself. And I said, you know what? I'm going to create a custom hypnosis that allows you to access more of your subconscious, because all of our memories, everything's stored in there, right?
Yep.
And many of us have a very hard time accessing it for all the reasons. But we have to be able to access those parts of our lives until we make that conscious. It just runs our life as patterns that we don't even realize why we're doing what we're doing. And if someone has a really hard time being awake to and remembering those parts of their life, it's very hard to identify the vow and to find where it came from, the origin of it. So I recorded a hypnosis. She did it a few days in a row, and she literally, her past is coming to the forefront. She and I just sat there, and I'm like, you and I are having a moment. This is revolutionary. Her brain literally, because it was able to be opened up by going into that state, in a hypnotic state, through a recording that I made, and her memories are flooding out of her, so that she now has the power to make and find the decisions that were made break those vows, and then start making new conscious decisions for herself, for her life, oh my God, everything changes.
Wow. I'm just listening to you and I'm just thinking about humanity as a whole. And we were born into war. And this war that we were fighting was the war between our true selves and the constructs that told us who we were, so we forgot. And I call it the light and the dark, the systems. I am a serious patriarchy smasher because it's a system that was created to control people. And I feel so crazy driven to remind people of who they really are so they can get out of it and create a life that feels connected to source and connected to others. And I'm sitting here watching some stuff. And when the blue comes through and tells me new things, I have my own platform where I teach all this stuff, which is so wonderful. And then it's all in my posts and my articles, all the things that I do, all my TikToks, whatever. And I have these experiences where I'm literally watching people walk out of the old life that they were living in and to start really going, hey, what's outside of this? This is amazing. And it's very scary to leave those boxes. And I would say from my own life, I had a family culture and a religious culture and a government culture. I grew up Republican, I grew up Mormon, and I grew up in a family that had a lot like racism, misogyny, like all of that. 100%. And I have stepped outside of all those things, which would speak clearly why I have literally zero to do with my family, because the resonation there does not exist. I'm all about inclusivity, love, connectedness, unity, all of those things, because everybody is a child of God and everybody is a diverse, beautiful, unique expression of the divine. And I refuse to say, oh, this group of people are not okay. So including the people that are repressive, I'm like, you get to choose to be repressive. I'm just not going to be in that vicinity. But I'm watching those people that used to do all that step out of it. And I'm like, whoa, this is the people that were the most asleep. I'm starting to see them wake up faster, which I'm like, what is going on? Like, I never in a million years thought that you would come to me and say, hey, I think I made a mistake. I am so sorry. Like, I just am like, wow. Okay. So here we all are in these boxes, and the boxes are created so that we go into these boxes so that we are a part of a system that works for something outside of us, but we never see that. We never hear about that, right? Until now. Now the world's like blowing up with all the rot that's been underneath controlling everything. And people are like, I don't like this. I'm leaving. And I'm just watching it. And because of the position I play on the planet with, being a teacher and a healer, and I work with people all over the world, I'm seeing it everywhere. And I'm fucking here for it, man. I love this. Like, get me the popcorn and my 3D glasses and let's go. So and now that the new love frequencies are here, and I'm like, what are the next frequencies coming? Like, the more people awaken, the more frequencies can anchor to Earth that bring new Earth more into focus. Like, so I don't know what the next ones are.
So then the next question that I'll ask is, what would you suggest? Like, what are some really simple ways that people can get more aware of themselves, like what we're talking about, to become more aware or conscious. Like, I know what I would say. I feel like people just need to really start paying attention to their own truth. Like, what feels true to you today? Maybe you feel like driving a different way to work. Do it.
Yeah, that's pretty basic.
Following.
I go to something a little more.
I know. I'm down here on the earth and you're up there in the cosmos.
Yeah.
That's the way you and I roll.
And I'm just like, I tell everyone, start asking yourself questions. Why do I believe this?
Yeah.
Like, why do I believe that this is what the truth is? Why do I believe that? And get real with yourself. People lie to themselves so hard.
Yeah,
I'm like, everyone's a bunch of fucking liars. And I've been there. I have so been there. And I have had to ask myself questions. Why do I believe this about this? And then really answer it and not be afraid of what comes out.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I know I had to get really good at this when I left my religion and my family. Because I'm like, why do I believe this religion? And I really liked my religion because I had it made because I wanted to get married and have kids and like be married to someone forever and ever and ever and have kids over and over and become a god and goddess, all of those things. So I felt really good about it, but I also felt really powerful as a female. Like I always believed that the female was the most important force on earth, the most powerful force in creation. But the leader of the church I was in was not happy with me when I talk about that when I teach my classes. So, it's like I had to be like, why do I believe this? And then when I really came to the understanding that it's like, this is not true. This is a construct for me to stand in that keeps me in a specific place in life that is controlled. And I am an uncontrollable person. I always have been. And now I am my own authority.
There you go.
And I know God is real. And I am innately connected to God. So
yeah, you are.
Now I listen to God. I don't listen to another human being. That is my thing, is I listen to God through my own intuition, and I do not obey another human being.
Ever. Which is your return path.
You're going to go to sleep.
No, I am not. You're just saying a lot and I'm listening deeply, and I get in a trance state when you start talking in your rhythmic you think. And yes, I am laying down, so I'm extremely.
I know you. I'm like, oh my God, I have got to stop talking because you're like going here.
I was actually thinking as you're talking about, challenging your own idea of why you believe something or why you do something a certain way. And I would say one of the easy, simple ways to start doing this is to choose a different toothpaste, drive a different direction, because you literally are beta interrupting yourself. Why do you drive the direction you do to work every day? Why do you work at the same time? Why do you work at the job or the career you're at?
Yeah, if you do take a different route to work.
If beta interrupts you, you're going to see new things.
People don't know what beta interrupts means.
It wakes your brain up because we're all in autopilot 24/7.
And then you become more open to see.
And I have to beta interrupt people in my coaching sessions to get them to think with new thoughts.
And I just had to beta interrupt you because you were going down. I'm like, are you going to sleep?
God. Oh my God. Maybe the bed podcast.
I think it's awesome.
It's pretty relaxing.
Well, I know, but
except my neck is really hurting because I have to be looking over towards you and I'm laying on my back.
Why?
So that I can see your face while you talk.
Oh, babe.
So I can see your blue eyes. And then I have to make sure the phone is still working, and it is.
You're all tense.
Right now?
In bed, yes. That's why your neck hurts.
No, it's because I'm turning over. I mean, you're telling me how I feel.
I know, because I know.
I
know everything.
Oh, my God. Okay, so is there any other deep topics or wisdom that must be shared before we wrap up? I feel you shaking your leg, which means you're moving the energy through your body. this is such a common feeling with you in bed.
The
leg shake. The whole bed's like for sure.
Yeah.
Are you ready for sleep?
No, but I have tons of energy moving through me, which is something I have to manage all the time because I have information and energy moving through my body, different frequencies. I don't think I ever not have that. Like, I think it's a 24/7 thing. And that's why I don't sleep through the night. And I shake my legs a lot. I move my hands.
Yeah, you're always moving. You'll kick your leg.
I know, I'm like
crazy motions that are sharp and loud and strong.
I know when I lay in bed, you were teasing me because I just kicked my leg up in the air, just like
you do, just
hardcore.
Like, bam! Wow, babe.
Like, do you know how often you do that? And I said, no. It's like I'm doing kickboxing in bed.
So hilarious. So fun.
Oh my gosh. I just think if we did a reality show, people would be laughing.
This is a reality show. Our life is a reality fucking show.
We're Comedy Central.
Maybe.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I'll be curious to see what the title ends up being. So basically what I do next is I take my podcast, I upload it, grab the transcript so I can see the words of it. And then I go in and I decide, okay, this is what we're going to call it. And then I send it all over to Jose and he does his magic. And then you listen to it, listener. And there you go. So what I do know for sure, this is episode 255. And we would love to have you share us with somebody you know, because that's fun. It's exciting.
It's fun.
It's nice. It's a nice thing.
What Jack's trying to say is we would really appreciate it if you would share this podcast.
Like with 25 people.
Yeah, and like, it's fun. No, it's not fun. It's important that we know that our message gets out there because we want to help people.
It's wake up to the truth of themselves, which was the entire point today.
And why do people want to wake up to the truth of themselves?
Because it's fun.
No.
Life is so much better when you're living it from your own truth instead of someone else's little box that you've been living in.
Amen. And I always say,
eat dessert first.
Because why the fuck not?